For 481 live stream, 7 p.m. Central Time. This is July the 24th, 2025. July the 24th, 2025. I hope I got that right. I don't know. I never know. KP Heathen and Uncle Al, thy Bullfrog 79. How are y'all doing? Well, I will tell you, it's been a day. Uncle Al gave you some good notes this evening. He was a little late in getting them to me, but then he's busy too. I have been working on releasing some shorts. I released several shorts today, and trying to get to the 2K. I'm sitting at 1998. I've been sitting at 1998, and I have reached out to some channels, watched some videos, left some nice comments, hit the timestamp to show that I watched the entire video, and I have also linked some new channels that I've recently reached out to in my shorts. And nobody's biting. Cool day, 100 degrees. So I am a little disappointed about that because I want to try to get the 2,000 subscriber giveaway out of the way, and I'm not going to go through and start working on it and getting that together and doing what I need to do until I hit the 2K. In the meantime, here's my friend Yoda, and I joked with him about he would hit 15K before I would hit 2K, and that may be the case. He has picked up several hundred new subscribers in the last week or so, couple of weeks, and I'm still chasing down the last couple of subscribers to hit 2K. I was over at a premiere. Dave's been doing some premieres, some videos. He's been out looking around and exploring and enjoying himself in his vacation. And he went to an old style store, the type they used to have back in the days, selling a lot of classic stuff, neat stuff. And I've really been enjoying his content. He's been putting out a few videos on his vacation. And if you're not, and I know you guys are, but I was going to say, if you're not subscribed to Uncle Al, and if you're not subscribed to a Yoda, or you're not subscribed to KP Heathen, I would encourage you to reach out. Hats on a Mission. How's it going? Hats on a Mission. Thank you for coming. And yeah, that was a great ice cream video. And I'm drinking coffee. I'm trying a new one. You know me with my coffee sticks. This is a great value. That's the brand that Walmart sponsors. Classic roast, medium, rich and smooth, 7 sticks, 88 cents. 6 ounces of coffee. Put 6 ounces of water in a stick. And I've been adding a couple of Carnation liquid creamers, the originals. Susanna Morrison, proud single mom. How are you doing? Susanna's got a wonderful channel. If you're not connected to Susanna, I would encourage you to visit and be friends with her channel. And she's very good about doing the same. She will respond in kind. And Susanna's channel is at about 40K. She's over 40K now. Her channel has grown faster than Dave's, and Dave's channel has grown. Dave's right at 15K, and Susanna is at just over 40K now. Cruising is fun anytime. Hello. Thank you for coming. I will be going back to work on Monday, the 28th. So I've got 3 more days off, and I will plan on doing a live stream at 7 Central for each of those days. And then when I get back to work, I probably will not be doing another live stream before Friday, because it's the first week back. And to let y'all know, I'm no longer going to be at the campus I was at. I was so tired of those junior high ED kids. So I will be at high school, and I will be working with special ed at high school. Not saying what campus I will be on or at, but I will tell you I will be working with high school students now. Jeremy, I made friends on my backup channel. So you picked up another friend on your second channel. If you are not if you're not friends to my main channel, I need 2 subscribers to hit 2K. And I don't know why it's taking so long. I don't know if it's the AI algorithm or whatever, but I still need those 2 subscribers, and there will be a 2,000 subscriber giveaway. Look at the information in my last video for what you need to do to qualify for the drawing. Yeah, I'd say it's the algorithm trying to screw with me. You know, it's the same way. Sometimes when a person's right below 1,000, when they're trying, they're trying to go over that first 1,000, I didn't have any problems getting over the 1,000. I did not have any problems getting over the 1,000 the way I'm having trouble getting over the 2,000. But I've known some people that I tried to help get past that 1,000. Right now, Scott is about 15 short. SD Mountain Man, he's about 15 short. He's trying to get over the 1,000. And Pastor Green, Justin Green, God's old man. I went through a couple of months trying to get him over that 1,000. He was just a few short. He'd pick up a couple, he'd drop a couple. He'd pick up a couple, he'd drop a couple. He'd pick up a couple, he'd drop a couple. I mean, I was begging people to subscribe him. I don't know if they were screwing with him or something. I don't know. But it took him forever to get over the 1,000. Jeremy Blucher. Let me see about getting you a monkey button family. Let me see about getting both of y'all a standard moderator. Just a minute, I'm working on it. Hey! Well, I'll be dipped. All right, let's see. Here we go. Monkey. Add standard moderator. You are now a standard moderator. And Jeremy. Add standard moderator. And let me go over Jeremy and go to channel. All right, Jeremy, I am now a friend. Need to write down your information. ECHOUB. And then let me go over to, where are we? Monkey butt. Let me go over to your channel. Go to channel. No humans allowed. And I am a friend to your channel. And I will go over and I will visit both of y'all and give y'all some love. And I will link you in my next short. Helen and Brian. Hello. Helen and Brian. You do not know how happy I am right now. Helen and Brian, that's a pretty good sized channel, 12.9K. And I am subscribed. Little Lone Prepper in the house. Little Lone Prepper, there are some new channels in here. I would encourage you to go make friends. Everybody be nice, make friends. So just to review, before I get into the topics for this evening, doing a little reviewing. 7 in the house, 9 likes. So I will be starting back to work. For those of you who do not know, I am a retired school administrator. I was a teacher special education. I was a journalism teacher, did yearbook and newspaper way back in the day. Went into administration as an assistant principal, became a principal. Then I got ripped from my campus, which I was happy that I had my campus, and they made me special ed director because I had been special ed. I had applied for the position 4 years in a row, and they would hire a new person off from out of district. 1 year and out, 1 year and out, 1 year and out, and then we had a very bad visit from the state, tore the district a new one, and guess what? They decided to, and I didn't ask for it, not that time. They just arbitrarily made me the special ed director. I survived 3 years in that position, had to clean it up. And then I left Corpus, where I lived, and moved to Victoria, Texas, and took an administrative position here. It was actually a step down. And then, so I was an AP here when I moved in, and then I became a principal again. I did the summer school principal position for 3 years in transition, became principal, and then I left here and went and became high school principal in Yorktown, which is a smaller town south of Victoria. And I was the high school principal there. I wound up retiring, qualified for retirement at 56. I retired and spent about a year with the wife remodeling our house, and then I went to work for Walmart for 3.5 years, and I was what you call a department manager, and then I was what's called a team lead, which is an hourly manager. And then after 3.5 years, I wound up going back to work as a teacher. Did not want to go back into administration. In the last couple of years, I'd been a middle school behavioral unit teacher in Victoria. This next year, I will be moving to a high school position in special education, which I'm so happy of that, for that. So I will be going back to work on Monday, will be my first day back for the coming school year. Mom of 4 boys, and I've been talking, I haven't been watching to see who's in here, so I need to check. Let's see who's come in. Mom of 4 boys. Belinda's Country Living. So I am going to, hey Dave, I beat you. I didn't think it was going to happen. I didn't know if I'd hit 2K before Dave hit 15K, but I barely I barely beat him. Belinda's Country Living. So I have reached my goal for both of my channels for this summer. My goal was for my main channel to hit 2K, and for my backup channel, my second channel, to hit 100. I have a backup channel which I really don't use, but I do use it to, I upload material from my main channel onto my backup channel in private mode, so if anything ever happens to my main channel, I will have something to work with. So my second channel has 108 subscribers. I haven't put up any material or released any material on it in the last month or so. But before that, I was working it while I was resting my main channel for a month. Somebody suggested rest your main channel, and I worked on getting my backup channel to over 100, and I didn't manage to do that, and I did a 100 subscriber giveaway. If you want to go look at David Lynn Taco Talk, my backup channel, I did 100 subscribers. It was a very nice box, and Enrique Trevino was the winner. And then I will be doing a 2,000 subscriber giveaway, and I'll start working on it probably this evening. Miss Ning, how are you doing? Thank you for coming. So I'm so happy I hit the 2K. And I'm probably happier hitting 2K than Dave will be when he hits the 15K. And I'm sure he'll be very happy. I have modest desires and needs. I feel very respected having 2K, especially with the content I put out. Uncle Al and I put out very similar content. He's into preparedness, old school like me, and we're both baby boomers, and we're very traditional, and we have traditional values, and very. He's a very well educated man, very informed man, very knowledgeable man. We share fairly conservative values. However, he does live in a socialist republic out in California, whereas I'm in a red state here in Texas. And I am drinking coffee. This is Coffee Talk, and I am drinking coffee. So let me get into tonight's topic or topics. I do, when I live stream, try to have topics and themes and cover material, so let's get into it. Number one, myths of using a shotgun in home defense. And Uncle Al gave me the topics for tonight, and I am pretty much in agreement with him concerning his beliefs when it comes to what we're going to be talking about. So, myths of using a shotgun in home defense. And he says, stop copying bad movies, video games, and TV shows in the real world against combat-trained armed forces. If you're defending your home, chances are it'll be a burglar, a looter, somebody not bright enough to make sure you're not home before they break in. And a lot of people, Steve and Tina Jewell, welcome. New people here for y'all to make friends with. That sounds cool, Dave. So, in the real world, you're not playing. It's life and death. If somebody's breaking in and you're armed, they may be armed, and if you're going to confront them, you need to know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, you're probably going to die. Like racking the shotgun. And I will tell you, when I was a teenager, some people came into our home, these were teen kids, came into our home, came through our back door into our kitchen. I came from the dining room with a 16 gauge pump shotgun, and I racked it. You want to talk about people taking off like bats out of hell. Now, I could have splattered them, and I chose not to. They backed out, took off. Never saw them again. We're talking going on 50 years ago when that happened. But if you're dealing with trained invaders, like if you were dealing with, okay, let's just say for whatever reason the government shows up, the army, the military, people who are trained, in how to clear buildings. You don't want to play with those people. You don't want to mess with them. And you don't want to be racking a shotgun, and you'll certainly get probably shot in the head because they're trained to basically headshots. Racking the shotgun or waving around gets you shot in the head. See Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark. The sword guy. You know, there's this Arab guy, big guy with a sword, and he starts swinging it around and all this sort of stuff, and Indy's watching him, and all of a sudden he just holds up his revolver and pops him, kills him. That's liable to happen. It's a good example. Or Jurassic Park. The guy racks his 12-gauge shotgun, jumping around. The dinosaur looks at him and eats him. Don't copy. Shoot the target. Don't play. B, most people fire a few rounds at a paper target. That's not practice or training. To master a shotgun, you probably need to be doing some skeet shooting. You would want to be doing some skeet shooting. Once a month, shooting clay pigeons. It's not easy to hit them. It's hard. Don't use the sight, shoot the target. Clay pigeons. Once mastering this, we go to the basic shooting. Basic shooting skills: standing, kneeling, sitting, and prone. This includes shooting, loading, and clearing misfires or jams in each position. Five rounds for each position. A lot of people can't do this. Take a year to train on the basics. Once proficient, next is the combat course. Myth 1. A shotgun is the ultimate survival weapon. This is a false narrative. A shotgun is a close quarter combat weapon from 5 feet to 60 yards. Ideal range is 10 to 25 yards. Don't believe the crap on movies, video games, and TV shows. Within 5 feet is totally useless. Past 100 yards is totally useless. At this range, the pistol and the rifle outgunned the shotgun. Myth 2. Idaho Garden Girl. Hello, Idaho Garden Girl. And Top G Network. Hello, Top G Network. Please leave a like to support the channel. It'll be greatly appreciated, everybody. So myth number 2, shooting indoors. Again, too many bad TV shows and videos. Double up buck and slugs penetrate plaster boards like butter. Drywall. You got some drywall, you got some insulation. It's just going to go through. It'll go through several of those. Killing people. Innocent people in another room. The wife, the kids, the family dogs in the next room. During a gunfight, know your loads. Mike Crusher Reviews. Hello, Mike. Please leave a like to support the channel. Um, the best loads for house fighting would be like number 8, birdshot. These are BBs. Or number 4, buckshot. Again, for the slow people in the live stream, and this is Uncle Al's words. I'm not saying any if y'all are slow. Plasterboard is not bulletproof. Don't kill the family dog. Don't kill the kids. Don't kill the neighbor or neighbors. Don't kill your wife with a stray shot. And that basically is the topic, the number 1 topic with the myths of using a shotgun in home defense. And there's nothing wrong with a shotgun for home defense if you know what you're doing, if you're comfortable with the shotgun. I, at being older, or a woman or a young teenage male or female, I like 20 gauge. I've got 12 gauge. I've got a couple of 12 gauge shotguns. I've got a couple of 20 gauge shotguns. I gave my daughter a 20 gauge Remington pump. Nice gun. And it's a shorter barrels. It's not a long barrel. And it would, if you know what you're doing, it would be just fine. Second topic. Why don't you have a stretcher? Uncle Al's real big on stretchers. God almighty, he's real big on stretchers. 10 watching, 15 likes. Okay. Looking to see who's here. Oh Lord, I'm very happy, everybody. I hit 2K. I just hit 2K. I'm very happy. There will be a 2K giveaway. So I encourage everybody to look at my last video, the description of my last video. Look in the information, the description. I put a description of my videos. I don't put a description of my shorts. I don't do it on my live streams usually, but I do put a description in every one of my videos. Look at the description in my last video. It tells you what you need to do to qualify for my giveaway drawing. And I would not wait to do that because I'm probably going to start working on it tonight. Thank you, Mike. So the second topic, Uncle Al has a big love of stretchers. Uncle Al has 3 stretchers. 1 at the farm, 1 in the garage, and 1 at church. And I can certainly understand wanting to have 1 at your church or any sort of public building or some such. He's got 1 in his garage. It would, I guess, be for personal use. He could lay down a stretcher and carry himself out. Or if they need to, before EMS shows up. See the news of people carrying injured children or adults badly and sometimes dropping them. Now that's true. After a war or disaster, I'm sure there are plenty of stretchers in war zones. So the idea of you need a stretcher. Oh God. Or the knowledge of how to build one or how to make one. Oh, this was very good coffee. I love coffee. Very good coffee. So the third topic is food fatigue. People get tired of eating the same foods over and over again. My wife, she's at the top of that list. She's constantly complaining. If I do, yes, Hulk Hogan passed. He was 71. Ozzy Osbourne passed 3 days ago. He was 76. And Malcolm Jamal Warner drowned. He was 54. Apparently, Hulk had surgery in May. Maybe, I think in May he had surgery. And, you know, sometimes you get to a certain age, you have surgery, it's real hard on your heart. Recovery and such hard on your heart. Plus, a lot of these people who they really took steroids and bulked up and did a lot of stuff, they damaged their organs and they damaged their heart. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger had to have, I think, bypass surgery because of he damaged himself with all the stuff that he did back in the days. He's like, right now, Arnold's like 75, 76. I think Sylvester Stallone's like 77. They're in great shape for their age. And, all things considered, they're in better shape than I am, probably stronger than I am, and I'm 63. But, you wear yourself out. Vase Place. Verna, how's it going, Verna? Please leave a like to support the channel. It will be greatly appreciated. Well, Mike, I'm waiting for you to put some content out, son. I love your content. Mike Crusher is my go-to guy for reviews. I mean, I have done a few reviews recently. I did, I've done menus 1, 2, and 3 of Case A. I'm going through a Case A of AmeriQual right now. The 3 companies that produce rations for the military: AmeriQual, Warnick, and Sapaco. And I've got cases of all 3 brands, and they have slight differences. The mains are the same, but some of the stuff that they put in them are slightly different. I will tell you that these are within inspection date, so those ration heaters, which never worked for me. Oh, brother, what I did menu number 1, that ration heater, whoo, Lord have mercy. So I got smart. The menu number 2 and menu number 3, I'm wearing gloves. Not playing with it, wearing gloves. So the third topic for tonight is food fatigue. People get tired of eating the same foods over and over. Well, I will tell you this. I'm a creature of habit. I can eat a taquito or tacos every day. During the school year, I proved that. My go-to when I go out and get them is usually bean and egg. I love bean and egg. I could make bean and egg, but I normally will do, because we got chickens. I've got 23 chickens right now. They produce a lot of eggs. So today, I did a 5-egg taco. I made my wife a 5-egg plate. I gave her grits. I put cheese in the eggs. Gave her some bacon. I had bacon with mine. I cut up a jalapeno. I made it almost like an omelet when I folded it over, so you could not see any of the jalapeno, cut up jalapeno. But it was in there. And I used a low-carb tortilla, which I nuked for 30 seconds. But I mean, I can eat that every day, and I don't get tired of it. But a lot of people do. They want variety. So the idea that Uncle Al was trying to say in this, you have 50-ish chickens. Well, God almighty, son, 50 plus. Yeah, I've lost a couple of them. We've had a couple of suicides. A couple of our Rhode Island Reds, younger ones from this last generation that we had adopted. They get themselves in a situation. One of them, I don't know how it happened, but in our new coop, got his head stuck, and I guess broke his neck. The other one I don't know, but we've had in the last month we've had 2 chickens. You know, both of them the Reds, the Rhode Island Reds, and we got several varieties. The Turkins, you want to be scared? Look at the Turkins. Those Transylvania chickens. Those look like dinosaurs. Haven't had any problems with them at all. You sell a lot of eggs. I haven't been selling any. I give them away sometimes. Right now, a dozen eggs over at Aldi's are around $2.75. I've been doing reviews on it. What is Aldi's? What does Walmart charge for eggs? And I can remember I was paying, during Trump's first administration, I was paying like 49 cents for a 12-pack of eggs. Not that I was buying them because I still had chickens, but I mean, you pay 49 cents for a 12-pack of eggs. I ate 1 egg and 1.5 packet of instant grits with green sauce, thanks to David. Yeah, I sent Dave 3 new bottles of 2 bottles of Cholula and 1 of the jalapeno green sauce, the Tabasco green sauce. Quail eggs. Yes, about 3 quail eggs would be the equivalent of 1 regular egg. Quail eggs are small. They don't take up a lot of room. They reproduce really fast. They start producing eggs real fast. They're good to eat. Quail's good to eat. White wing is good to eat. I prefer the taste of white wing to quail. Quail's a little gamey to me. But and I don't raise quail. I've thought about it. My wife would like goats. I said, no, we're not getting into that right now. I had not tried that. Hadn't tried that. So, talking about the same food over and over again. Same goes for emergency freeze-dried food. Now, I think that's a shot at me. That's Uncle Al shooting me because I got tons of freeze-dried food. I've got all varieties, all brands of freeze-dried food. I've got probably 15. I lied. Probably over 20 cases of various rations. Apex, Sapaco, reduced salt, or reduced sodium, the humanitarian rations, the case A, case B of the military. I've got all 3 different companies that produce them. I've got custom rations, lots of custom rations. Probably more than 20. I got to go back and do re-inventory. But at any rate, the idea is you want variety. You want to be able to give a person variety their food. Like occasionally I'll eat oatmeal, and I got tons of oatmeal. Tons of oatmeal. My wife likes grits with her eggs. Once in a while I make her the taco. She complains. I wrap it. I'll have the thing made a couple hours before she gets up. And then she'll complain that it's soggy when she gets up. I'll wrap it in foil, and she'll complain that she can't eat the tortilla because it's soggy. And she's a critic. She's a critic of her own food. She's a critic of my food. It's just how she is. She's a big food critic. Yeah. Long matches. Yeah, you use long matches if you're trying to, like for a fireplace or some such, or a stove. You can use long matches. I usually do 4 for my taco, but once in a while. Um, Once in a while, I use 5 eggs. Usually use 4. You go out, you never get more than 3. You ask for like an omelet, you get a 3-egg omelet, or you ask for a 3-egg plate. They charge you for the extra egg because they normally want to do a 2-egg plate. It's the way it is. Eggs are good protein, especially the homegrown ones, because we our chickens don't free range. They're basically in their coop, so we feed them, and we feed them good stuff. My wife mixes up a couple of different types of feed for them, and they love it. Pickled eggs. I like hard-boiled eggs. Hard-boiled eggs. So Uncle Al says, stop using Cousin Dumas's excuses. If they're hungry, they will eat it. People forget these survivors are heavily armed with weapons. Make sure there is a variety of foods and snacks. And that's good advice. Take care, Verna. Appreciate you. Eight in the house, 15 likes. I've got to the point where I don't eat out much. We don't eat out much. We don't do takeout much. I buy good food, which I cook. Last night I had beef ribs. Made the wife. Of course, she had to complain. They were a little greasy. You cooked them a little long. I baked them. And they were damn good. I'm sorry. The wife's a connoisseur. So I am working well, heck, here we are. I am working on trying to get ready for the coming. Well, I haven't done anything for the coming school year because one, I'm going from middle school and middle school students to high school, so I won't start prepping until this week. And then I'm sure I'll be attending some training and whatnot. But I'm going to work on the 2,000 subscriber giveaway. There will be a video for those of you who want to be in the drawing. And I don't think there's going to be that many in the drawing, maybe 20-ish at most, maybe 20. Pretty good odds. Please go into my last video, read the description, and do what it says to do. It's not hard. Not going to take forever to do it. And those are the people that follow the instructions will be the ones that their names are in the hat. I'll video the whole thing. Look at my last giveaway video. See what I put in them. And I'll be spending over $100 on it. You know. Schools are changing. Yeah, there are changes in the schools. Texas, where I'm at, they're putting a lot of money in the schools. They're putting a lot of money into salaries and such. And being they pay extra for certain certifications. If you're certified in English, you're certified in math, you're certified in science, certified in special education, they pay stipends for that. The campus that I was on this last year, the school district is doing a $10,000 above pay stipend if you are certified in English or math. That will affect 12 teachers because there are 2 for each grade per subject. So you've got 6 English teachers and 6 math teachers. 2 per grade. So that's 12 people. But you gotta be qualified. You gotta know your stuff. You gotta be qualified. They need people that can bring it. Oh, everybody's talking about the food, crepes. You got your box, Stephanie? Did you get your box? I can't even remember. Dave got his box. Uncle Al got his box. Both of them have promised me a ration review. Looking forward to those. That way I can say no box yet. Oh, that's right. I think you'll get your... I mailed the damn thing out Monday, and they said it'd be Saturday before you get it. Plus, it was $5 more mailing your box. I mailed 2 last week. I mailed one to Dave in Georgia. I mailed one to Uncle Al in California. I mailed basically the same thing to all 3 of y'all. The only thing I will say is I did add to yours because now I've got these new, got a pack of 25 constitutions with the Declaration of Independence. And I'm starting to put these in boxes. So anytime I send out a box now, there will be one of those in the box. But it was $5 more, and then I sent the thing out noon Monday. Here we are Thursday, and they said you get it Saturday. And if you don't get it Saturday, you'll be Monday before you get it. So it's like a week. You know, the Postal Service is really getting bad. I've got to call up Amazon. I didn't get something from Amazon. I've got to call up my insurance. I didn't get my cards. They sent me the last cards. It's like, hello, we're in a new period. I don't want you to send me the insurance cards because I'm old school. I require them to send them to me in paper. Said, I don't want you to send them to me for the period's already expired. And they did. And then I asked for some other one to send. I called them back in and said, hey, you sent me the wrong ones. You know, it's like, I guess I'm dealing with all of Uncle Al's cousin Dumases. He's got a bunch of cousin Dumases. 8 in the house, 16 likes. Looking through to see if anybody else snuck in on me. I've been talking. I've identified 18 channels that have come in, and I've had 16 leave likes. Some folks do not like to leave likes. Yeah. So there will be a 2,000 subscriber giveaway. I'll work on it. I'll try to get the thing out before I go back to work Monday. And went and the wife had one of the vehicles oil changed and air filter. And then the other vehicle is next week. She's got an appointment. It's like she's having the transmission fluid change. It's like, oh well. Maintenance. You got to maintain everything. What's this about, Bud? Yeah. Well, I have banned certain trolls. That's why I didn't want to hear that word. Bud! No, and I don't drink Bud Light either. I always, let me just say this, before I get out of here. Um, you've got to have good home training. You've got to have good manners. You need to learn, and you got to teach your kids. And if they haven't learned yet, God help you, because you got to teach them. Please, thank you. Yes, sir, no, sir. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Excuse me. I love you. You got to learn all the basics. Got to teach them all the basics. Courtesy. How to behave. How to respect their elders. When you go into somebody's channel, leave a like and a supportive comment. That's what I appreciate those. People want to. I'm not set up for people to send me money. I am monetized. I don't do super chats. I don't ask for people to send me money. There are people who send me things. They send me boxes. I send them boxes. But I don't do that. I don't do memberships. There may come a time that I might make a mug. I might do a mug. I don't do t-shirts. I don't wear t-shirts with stuff on them. Well, the school spirit shirt on Fridays, yes, I do wear that. But I don't wear those kind of shirts and such for myself. And I treat people the way I want to be treated. And that's important. And a lot of people don't know that. I'm constantly trying to teach basic skills to kids, how to behave. What's basic decorum. They used to have what they call a Dale Carnegie course. I would, back in the day, I would try to teach kids that this is how you dress for an interview. This is, what you do, what you don't do, how you speak. Pay attention. Have a pleasant look on your face. Make sure you took a shower wearing clean clothes. Don't have holes in it. Comb your hair. Use deodorant. Stuff that a lot of people, it's like, damn. Well, and that is true, you know. Enrique Trevino, how you doing? Thank you. Yeah, there are people who really they my uncle, may he rest in peace, said there's nothing worse than poor white trash. And that's not saying something about poor people. That's saying poor people who are trashy. And they could be any race. But I will never forget my uncle, Tex, may he rest in peace. And he's been gone since I was probably, he's been gone for over 20 years. Shit, he's been gone longer than that. He lived to be 80. He died of cancer. He had a horrible death. He was a smoker for most of his adult life. He stopped smoking probably about 65. But he taught me a lot. After my father passed away, he mentored me after my dad passed away. And he said, there's nothing worse than poor white trash. I'll never forget that. 17 in the house. Yeah, I did hit it. I did hit it, Enrique. No, they don't have phone etiquette either. Yeah, 80 is a good life, but the last year of his life was painful. He had cancer. It spread all over the place. It was in the bone. They were giving him narcotics. He was in such pain, it wasn't funny. They kept him at home. They had a hospital bed at home. They had people that would come in. The stuff that they were giving him was regulated, and they had to come over and issue it to him. Narcotics type stuff. And he died in pain. He suffered. You do not want a wasting disease. That was a wasting disease. But I would like to thank everybody for being here, helping me to get to my 2K. I'll be doing a 2K giveaway. We'll start working on it. And I would encourage you to look at my last video, look at the description of my last video, and follow what it says if you want to be in it. It's not too late. It'll be a real nice box, good stuff, and there's not going to be that many people that qualify. So I will plan on being back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central Time, for another edition of Coffee Talk. And I will tell you that when I get up in the morning, I thank God for the day. I take my medication. I need to take my evening medication. I don't want to forget that. And I treat people the way I want to be treated. I say the Lord's Prayer, drink my coffee, try to get right with the world. And it's a blessing. You know, I'm 63 years old. Every day I wake up is a blessing. I thank God for the day. You don't know how many days you have. Everybody, thank you for coming. And appreciate y'all, and hopefully we'll see you again tomorrow. Leave comments, leave likes. That's my nectar. You know. Appreciate it. This was a good one. I really enjoyed this live stream. Thank you all for being here. And if you've some new channels, reach out to them. Reach out.